The 11th of June, 2026, the World Cup begins. And within days, records that stood for decades started falling, one by one, then all at once. This is not just another World Cup. This is the most extraordinary football tournament in human history. And we are living through it right now. Let's start with the most obvious one: goals. At Qatar, 2022, the entire tournament produced 172 goals, 64 matches, 32 days, 172 goals. That was the record. World Cup 2026 broke it in match number 59, 59 matches, not 64, and the tournament still had 30-plus matches left to play. Think about that for 1 second. The most goals ever scored in a World Cup broken before the group stage even finished. By the time this tournament ends, experts are projecting over 280 goals total. 280. A number that may never be touched again. But goals are just the beginning. Because at this World Cup, two men decided to rewrite history personally. The first one is 38 years old. He was never supposed to be here. He almost didn't come. But Lionel Messi showed up to North America and did something no man in the history of this sport has ever done. He scored his 17th World Cup goal, then his 18th, 18 goals across 6 World Cups spanning 20 years of football. More than Pelé, more than Ronaldo, more than Maradona, more than every man who ever played this game. Messi is now the greatest World Cup scorer in football history, and he did it at 38 years old. At an age when most footballers are watching from their couch. And then just when you thought the GOAT debate was settled, Cristiano Ronaldo walked into his 6th World Cup, 41 years old, and scored. 6 different World Cups. No other player in history has ever done this. Not Pelé, not Messi, not anyone. Ronaldo also became the oldest player ever to score multiple goals in a single World Cup match, 41 years old. 2 goals, 1 game. At an age when most people are thinking about retirement, he is still breaking World Cup records. Now here is the stat that will completely change how you watch football. Substitute players. The men who start the game on the bench. At Qatar, 2022 substitutes scored 18.7% of all goals. That was already a record. At World Cup, 2026 substitutes scored 21.4% of all goals. Every single World Cup goal, 1 in 5, came from a player who started the game sitting down. The highest percentage in the entire history of the World Cup since substitutions were first allowed in 1970. Think about what that means. Your best 11 on the pitch are not enough anymore. The player your manager keeps on the bench, the one the camera barely shows he can decide your entire tournament. And finally, the record that nobody talks about: age. Players aged 40 and above made 10 appearances at this World Cup, more than any other World Cup in history. Messi at 38, Ronaldo at 41. A generation of legends refusing to leave, refusing to let go, because they know a World Cup like this one may never come again. World Cup 2026 has 30-plus matches still remaining. The round of 32 has just begun. And already this tournament has broken records that stood for decades. The most goals, the greatest scorer, the oldest legends, the super substitutes. Every single match from here is a chance for history to be made again. Are you watching closely? Because this right here is the greatest show on earth, and it is only getting started. Subscribe to Offside Vault, because we will be here for every record, for every moment, for every shock, until the very last whistle.